Welcome back to the K series. No, I'm not talking about Rover engines, although we might be rattling just as much as a Rover engine might. Yes, we're going Kawasaki green. Well, that was easy. We have our faded carburetor covers. Literally 2 squirts. And talking of squirts and drips, I'm still considering stripes. I'm going to play around with some tape. So I'm thinking stripe through the middle of the badge with a wider green and then a thinner yellow or white. I still haven't made my mind up about that yet. Which I need to do if I'm going to do it, because I'm going to obviously spray the lighter colour first. Oh, I don't know. See what it looks like on the other side. Well, there's the other side. I don't know. Let's see, I've flared it slightly towards the front. Tapered down. Nothing wrong with flares, especially in the 70s. No excuse for them nowadays though. Okay, that's those all back in place. They look pretty cool, I think. Meanwhile, while we've got the Kermit paint out, I'm doing the exhaust clamps. And I don't think I'm gonna bother to file down back to the metal for the fins. I like them as they are, solid. They're going to look pretty cool, I think. And that's all that matters, what I think. Well, I'm glad I bought 2 cans. I haven't painted much, but painting these fin things, yeah, getting it in all the cracks and crevices. Anyway, they're coming along. Yeah, I think they're going to look good. So, obviously there's a lot of work to do, and we've still got to make up our mind about the exhaust pipe itself. And I'm considering painting that black because it looks kind of good, right? But it's not so good. And then we've got to work out what we're going to do from there on in. We are foaming. And today we're going to be taking off the carburetors. In fact, we've already done it, if you've noticed. Yeah, because of the engine painting situation. So that was real easy, I have to tell you. Just a question of loosening off those Jubilee clips, whatever you want to call them, hose clips. And as per usual with the Kawasaki, that was nice and easy. So you can see the carburetors are now free. And honestly, the reason I've done this is because I was just looking at trying to paint the engine block itself, the cylinder heads, without removing it, and there are just places you can't reach, even with a Heineken. And there they are, off, nice and easy, literally 10 minutes, not even. So we need to find a nice box to put them in, to keep them safe. Lovely looking things, aren't they? And now we have room to work with. And the other good reason for doing this is that, unlike the Honda over there, my specific 1978, these boots are readily available for the KZ. And knowing the upkeep of this vehicle so far as things have unravelled, not in a bad way, they're probably in good nick, and they are. Look at them. Yeah, no cracks, no splits, no nothing. Unlike that one that was converted by a professional shop. That was the other reason I took them off. I'd already researched whether I could find new boots if I needed them, and I could very easily, but I don't need them because they're in good nick. So that's all good. Let's get these off, paint them up. I think they need to go green. And that means a quick foam bath and a short trip to the dishwasher for a little bit of a rinse off. That'll do. And of course, don't forget your toothbrush. So they're ready to go in the dishwasher. I just need to empty all the domestic bullshit out of there first. And over here, as you can see, it just opens up a whole new ball game as far as access to stuff. So I'm really pleased that I took it off. I was contemplating trying to do it without doing that, which would have been ridiculous, honestly. And I think I'm obviously going to take the boots off as well and probably replace those horrible Phillips with some hex jobbies. Oh, I nearly forgot. And the reason I'm keeping these rather than replacing them with something else is that two reasons. Firstly, I had hell's own job to find the right bloody width for the Honda. Secondly, I really like these type of hose clips because they're solid and they just work. They work really well, and they obviously fit. Whether they're original or not, I don't know, but that's why I'm going to the trouble of cleaning them and painting them and what have you. So those boots are all cleaned up and numbered just in case. I mean, they look all the same as opposed to the Honda, which were, each one was very different. And so they're all cleaned up, they're numbered, they're color coded, so 4321. And I've got to say, these are far superior part to the 78 Honda a year later, because these are combined. So this is rubber here, obviously, squeezy, bendy, but this part is metal, whereas on the Honda there was a metal tube onto which the rubber boot fitted, whereas this, it's just far superior engineering. It's an incredible little piece. I can't believe these are the originals. I can't believe that they would still be in this good condition. So as per the rest of the bike and the maintenance thereof, these are probably replacement parts, but yeah, much better solution. And they literally screw into that situation there. Cool, so we're kind of ready to go. I just need to block off the other two on the left there, and we're ready to start masking stuff off and painting. That's exciting, isn't it? And so begins the masking. This time around, no plastic bags, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the Honda project. That was nice and easy because I emptied all the oil, took off all the covers, and basically had a very clever masking technique to paint that block, leaving those chrome metal bits on the outside. This, I'm not going to do that. I don't need to. This bike has been well maintained. I'm not going to take the covers off. I'm not going to replace the gaskets. So I'm doing different stuff, masking wise. But all this is going to remain silver. And on the other side, I haven't made my mind up yet, but I'm pretty sure all this is going to remain silver. Likewise, I guess that's going to have to. This is all going to be black. Don't know. This might be green. This might be black. I don't know. Yet, probably black. Anyway, this is all in good nick. Just needs a little bit of a polish up. Oh yeah, this bit. Yeah, paint that. Yeah. This is going to be black, probably black, maybe green, I don't know, probably black. So here I can do my plastic bag trick by taking the cover off. I'll show you how I do it. And nice, new ignition system. Clever, eh? So for the starter motor, I opted for a different technique. So I've taken the cover off, obviously, and what I've done is I've taken some tissue paper and tucked it in there with a lollipop stick. Yes, a used one. And that covers that all nicely. I mean, basically all you're trying to do is stop paint getting where you don't want it, right? That's all it's about. So that's good as far as I'm concerned. And there's the start of masking that up. Obviously we'll put a bag around that or something. So this is going to be the tricky part, because I obviously want to get some black in there, but I don't want it on here and I don't want it on there. And so the other tricky thing is that the bloody thing kept falling over, because these side stands, they're not, you know, they don't really lean it over that much compared to a modern bike. They're just a little bit upright. Anyway, apart from the fact that the bunker nearly fell over there, we're kind of masked up, ready to go. So I'm just going to brush this down, get rid of any surface stuff, and then get some engine paint on it. Oh, well, yeah, I'm also going to get rid of the HT leads, mask up the spark plugs, etc. So, having masked it all off, I had like half a can of that low gloss stuff. So I decided to soak that area and start putting a little bit on the top end, as you can see. And yeah, so far so good. I'm going to need at least another 2 cans to do the whole engine block and that bit and whatever. I just thought I'd make a start. Rude not to. But yeah, I've given it a good soaking in there, and then everything else we can take care of later. I just thought I'd explore some options whilst I had it all masked off, and happened to be listening to the Sex Pistols, so I blamed Johnny Lydon. I don't know. Probably too much. Always paint over it with black. That's the point, right? I just thought I'd give it a go. See what I think. I'll have a look at it with my coffee in the morning. Never mind the light of day after coffee. Another glass of wine and it still looks a bit too much. Yeah, it's too much. Having decided that the green's just a little too much, it has given some options though. So a little bit of additional masking around here and here and here and here, and we'll see what that turns out like, because now we're going to do a serious coat of black. Very nice. Okay, good coating on there. Yeah. Okay, just wait for that to dry. 10 minutes or so. No, I'm going to leave that overnight. In fact, probably for a couple of days, because I'm not going to be doing anything tomorrow. I know, shock horror. Cool. I have got another can, but I don't think I'm going to need it for the motor. I think that is sufficient. We'll see. But of course, I'm going to need some black paint for the frame, so it's all good. Meantime, our hose clips are out the dishwasher and into the frying pan. Yeah, Kermit green. Very nice. Turns out I did need to break into that second can, as always, and as with the Honda on these fins. Really difficult to get the paint in there, and you just have to keep kind of blowing it in bit by bit. I'm still not sure if that's not going to need some more, but we're getting there. And the top of it looks pretty sexy. We'll do when we sand off all the little highlights there. Yeah, cool. Can't wait to unmask it and see what the green bits look like. But wait, there's more. Yes, we have another can of the candy teal. The supplier is back from holiday, and here it is, ready to go. So first up is this drip, which isn't a drip. So I haven't sanded it, It's just within the actual candy teal colour. So I'm just going to give it another coat and see what happens. If push comes to shove, we'll cover it up with a stripe or a sticker. Simple as that. Well, it didn't cure it. Hasn't made it any worse either. But unless I'm very much mistaken, those are two quite different colours. And I would say the new colour is definitely teal. So we've got a teal and a mallard green, I think. Which is annoying, because I ordered the same bloody paint. So yeah, not impressed. I prefer the teal. It is kind of the colour I thought it was going to be. I did remark this was a little greener than I expected at the time. Well, at least the motor came out well, I think. Yeah, so those masking bits came out quite nicely. I'm just going to put a little Kawasaki sticker on top of that bit there. That's the old engine number there, VIN number, whatever. And that little bar there in green, a little nick out of it, that's a pain. But yeah, I think that came out quite well, all in all. All this side just needs a little polish up. Lovely. There you go, perfect. And what better point to call it a day while we get our ducks in a row. This is definitely mallard on the left and teal on the right. So as always, thanks for watching. Do subscribe so you get the updates. I don't know what we'll be doing next time. And yeah, if you thought the video was any good, give it a thumbs up. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.